We are live!
First one to comment, tell us if we're live.
Please comment if you're live. We just had to hear Sally talking about her sordid research.
What can I say?
You know, it's really quite disgusting, actually.
I don't know, man.
There
It's
we
not pretty easy to me.
Right, okay, we're live. Good. Hello. Sorry about the wait, everyone.
Hi,
in
Todd.
the chat.
Oh, someone I recognise.
We are missing Dan. He had a few problems getting connected into the Hangout, so we have left him for now. We have just like adopted the pirate code strategy, and yeah, he falls behind, gets left behind. So we're just going to go on with the three of us. Hopefully that will keep you entertained. Do you guys want to introduce yourselves, like very briefly?
Sure.
Tom, you go first. Yeah.
Okay. Hi, guys. I'm Thomas Frank. I am the only person who is in the U.S., so it's like 2 o'clock for me right now, and I make videos about how to study and do better in school. Yeah.
Cool. Hi, I'm Sally, and I am in the UK. I'm in Oxford studying my PhD in biology on fly sex, hence why it was a bit sordid when we were just discussing it now. And I make biology videos, mostly science videos, that kind of thing. Yeah.
That's you in a nutshell, really. Awesome. So the way that this streams work, we've got a few activities planned. God, it makes it sound like a lesson. We have a few activities planned for you all. After
Can someone volunteer to hand out the sheets?
This is very much not going to be a serious stream, in case you couldn't tell by the expert marketing strategies that I've been employing.
I loved that free
they
of
were
charge
very savvy.
bit. That bit made me smile every time.
My dad jokes give me life. I'm so well equipped to be a dad by this point. The way that this is going to work is we have these activities lined up for you. We're going to give you a 5-minute window in which you can vote on what you'd like us to do. There's a straw poll going in the chat now. Well, that's going to give you an idea of how much lag we've got. There's a straw poll. Please.
Oh, there's a straw poll.
Yeah, there you go. So you can vote if you want, Sally.
I'm going to vote.
And basically, so to go down what we got first of all, first option, 2 truths, 1 lie. That's where we've all prepared 2 truths and 1 lie about ourselves, and we have to tell them and then guess what is true and what is not. Oh God, it's all changing. Would you rather? That is a standard online game that we'll just play a couple of rounds of each, I guess, and you know that's always going to generate discussion. This is really cool, by the way. I'm watching the results from it.
Yeah.
We've got GeoGuessr, which is a geography-based browser game. We're going to go in and be plonked on a place somewhere on the Earth and guess where we are. Guess the intro. If you've seen Never Mind the Buzzcocks, that is
great.
a game
It's so
where,
fun.
yeah, we're going to like one of us to take our headphones off, and then another person has to prepare an intro only with their mouth and no words. Then they have to guess it. And then funny news is we've each found news stories which are a little bit different and are going to hopefully make you laugh, and then you guys are going to vote on which one you find funniest. So
and we're probably going to get around to playing all of them, we should say.
Hopefully, yeah.
This is just an order.
Yeah, this is just a sense of you guys what you want to see first.
And you also explain to me what Never Mind the Buzzcocks is, because I don't know what that is.
Okay,
it's
Never
a
Mind the
TV program that's loosely based around pop music with an even more sarcastic presenter than me, which has really stupid games. One of which is guess the intros round. There are 3 people. It's a panel show. There are 3 people on each team, and one person has to guess while the other 2 play the intro.
So, like,
do you know where the term buzzcock comes from, incidentally?
No. I imagine it's some line in some pop song.
It's more interesting than that. I believe. Well, I think it was the Rolling Stones that used it, and popularized it. A buzzcock is the erection you get when you sit on a bus and you are aroused by the heavy vibrations of the diesel engine, specifically.
Ah.
So not minding it is just good advice, I guess. You just,
Good to know.
ignore that. Right. So when did we put that in the chat? I should probably time when that actually went up. I think that was about 3 minutes ago, so you've got a little bit of time to vote. At the moment, Would You Rather is winning. I think, yeah, as we say, we'll hopefully get through all of these. So, you know, have we lost Tom, by the way, or is he just very good at being very still?
I don't know. Oh, I think he's gone. He's not blinking.
We're having network problems all over, and for once, it's not me in Exeter that's having the problems.
Or me with microphone problems. Anyone who remember my last time that I was on a Simon Oxford live stream, hopefully you can hear me this time. I've got a big fluffy microphone. Oh, he's completely dropped out.
He's gone.
No.
Good. Our technical problems are multiplying.
Oh, you just got a bit
Oh,
mad.
Tom. Oh no, he's saying in the chat that he's not allowed to join either.
Oh no! Oh no!
Right.
Like
Okay,
Hunger
guys.
Games.
This is like there can only be one, Sally.
Fight to the death!
Leave your comment now in the chat who you think would win.
A straw poll. Which of us is gonna win?
Oh my God, this is going swimmingly. Let's just. I'm trying to balance you, the live stream, and Tom on Facebook. Great.
Quieter. Do you want? Okay, I can bring the microphone towards me. I have a fluffy. This is the. Is that the one?
Yeah, that's the one. You're getting kickback from that.
I will bring it towards me then.
Oh, this is not the stress-free evening I thought this would be.
Stress-free? Since when is a live stream ever stress-free?
Since when is being a PhD student
I
stress-free?
was going to say comparatively.
I was raging so hard at my laptop. A live stream, talk amongst yourselves. I was raging so hard today at trying to program like Python and this particular package, and like, suck my dick. It was just so stressful.
I'd rather not, if that's okay.
No, I don't want you to. I want the package to. It was this particular I/O package for reading netcdf files, and it was.
You have completely lost me there.
It's a computer program that helps me do things.
Is it fun? Doesn't sound fun.
Okay, it's not not fun in the traditional sense. Okay, Thomas is going to try a new account. Should we cut off the straw poll there?
I haven't been following it. What's the?
I think that's 5 minutes. It's a tie. Actually,
it's a tie. So
right, next vote decides it between GeoGuessr and Would You Rather.
GeoGuessr and Would You Rather.
Right. Let's see. This is gonna be riveting viewing, but I'm gonna watch this screen, which you can't see.
It's like the swingometer.
Yeah. Which are we gonna be, Tory or Labour for the next 4 years?
Oh God. Let's not go into politics.
No. Leave your comments now. Who you think will win?
But it is a red-blue decide. Is it going to swing to the red, or is it going to swing to the blue or blue?
That's a terrible. If anyone's looking at the results, that is a terrible color palette that they've used. Like, I'd much prefer a rainbow palette on that.
Trouble with rainbow is color blindness.
Yep, and it's a red-green color because one of my supervisors is red-green. Actually, red-green.
10% of men are colorblind, and because
red-green.
no, it's on the X chromosome, so it's much more likely to affect men.
Right.
Because we have 2 copies and it's recessive. But because 10% of men are affected, pretty much all scientific publications. Oh God, it's only like 10 minutes in and I'm already mentioning gender bias.
We were talking about Mad Max earlier and like the gender discussion coming on with that.
Finishing this. So because 10% of men are affected, pretty much all scientific publications have to change their color scheme to ones that affect. It does make me wonder, if it was 10% of women affected, would there be such an effort to change colors?
We have a decider. We're going to be.
Who is it?
It's Tories, unfortunately.
Oh, not again.
Right. So how am I going to do this? What I'm going to do is I'm going to get GeoGuessr up.
Sex linkage, yeah, woo!
Also, whoever said that you bought Alex's Adventures in Numberland, that is awesome. It's such a good book. You're going to love it.
Oh, I haven't read that. Oh, hi, Tom.
It got me into maths. Tom, you're back! Oh my God! We lost you. I thought you were dead.
So I was listening to you on the live one, and then you just jumped to something else entirely.
Oh, okay. So what we've done, GeoGuessr has won the election. So what we're going to do is we're going to play around a GeoGuessr as a squad. # squad goals.
Cool.
And I will share my screen if I can do that, and present to everyone. Does that work? Can you now see my screen?
Face.
I've got a little thing saying Simon Oxford is presenting to everyone, but I can't see you.
Okay, no, that is my camera. Again, we
Yeah,
have
I see your
rehearsed
face.
this meticulously. How on earth do I do it? Cameraman?
No longer presenting.
No longer presenting.
In Europe, of course, in Europe. Why on earth would I want to be out? I see no benefit of being out of Europe.
I'm not sure if that's a comment on the Brexit or if it's a guess at GeoGuessr. It might
see
be.
my screen?
I'm just going political. I
Oh,
can
it
see
is
your
working.
screen.
It is working. So if I
Oh.
present, you can see my screen. Right, here we go. So,
Well,
No,
it says oh, wait, do you see my screen or your screen?
because when you showed my perspective, Tom, I could see on your
I
screen
can now
my screen.
see 2 Simons, which is very weird.
So, can someone check the live stream chat and see if they can see my screen or not? If they can see mountains on my face.
I can't see mountains.
Okay, I'm no longer screen sharing. Simon, do you have a screen share tool?
And no, they can't. No, they can't. See.
Oh, so a screen share is different from presenting. We are so professional.
Alright.
How did you get screen share?
I just have it. Like on my little tools, I have chat, and then I have screen share. It's like a green little computer with an arrow in it.
Okay. So, talk amongst yourselves, chat.
Oh, it's really weird seeing the lag. There's a good, 30-second lag? Who was it? Tom Scott plays a live stream game that requires the lag.
Ah, here we go. Right.
There we go.
No citation needed, citation needed, or something like that.
Okay, so sorry about that, everyone. The live stream has now begun. Ignore everything that happened before this. Everything's fine. Where are we? It does look very Swiss, doesn't it? If I zoom along to this sign.
Yeah. What side is the
Cognine?
I can't see the sign at all.
Yeah, I can't see the text.
I can just see white.
I think it says Cognine. And they are driving on the right, I guess.
What do the number plates say? Do they have little...
I think they blur out the number plates. Oh god. It's like a drunk person trying to operate it.
Someone else is Switzerland or Austria. Chile! Oh, I wouldn't have guessed Chile.
That's always the danger when you think you're safe in Europe. And we're actually now in the blackness of the void.
Yeah, this is the Minecraft Netherlands.
Alright, well, we've seen as much as we're going to see.
I guess...
where do we think?
I'm going to guess...
Switzerland? Swiss, Austrian,
no, maybe Austrian, I think.
Austrian Alps?
I think Swiss is a bit richer.
Right, it's going to be Chile, isn't it? Ah!
Oh, we were close.
It was Switzerland. No, it wasn't. It was Italy. It was
close
just
enough.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
By the way, I can't look at the chat while I'm doing this. You guys are going to have to feed in.
I'm watching the chat.
Random dirt road.
We are in the middle of the dirt road.
America!
America!
Very well could be.
America!
There's a car. Oh, so we're driving on the right.
Driving on the right.
Okay.
I'd say it's in, where was I? North, south, east, west. West desert bit.
That looks like, that looks like a kind of car that an American
would drive.
Doesn't it modern enough?
Or like...
I don't know.
Could also be like western Kansas or something.
Oh god, it's a real compact.
Look
at how small it is. That's definitely not American.
I mean, like someone said, it could also be some rural place in, I don't know, Nigeria or something.
Yeah.
In like just off the savannah.
Come on, we're scientists. Okay, so it's probably a Christian majority country. That doesn't really help.
Nope.
Or someone died. Or both.
It's a country that has power lines.
There is power.
Show me a close-up on the leaves, and let's identify it through the bottom.
All right, by the power of biology.
Yeah, that's not clear.
It's a very blurry species.
Someone's saying Texas. Is Texas empty enough?
We've got 2 Texas votes.
Texas is huge.
Texas is empty enough. Yeah, Texas is massive.
Can we travel away from this place?
I've been to Texas. Yeah, we can travel.
Keep traveling.
Right, should we just keep going for a while?
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to get much.
So how's everyone's days going?
I've done so little work today.
Oh, whoa, what was that?
Oh,
what do we get?
No.
Hello! Jackpot!
Oh.
Okay, so that looks like a ute, so that's making me think Australia. South Africa. There's an SA at the end.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Oh, wait, I just realized if I click
on the back, there's normally country things, aren't there? Can we...
That's what I was wondering.
Oh!
La Rioja,
La Rioja, San Juan.
Oh.
This is a whole kettle of fish. Wait
a minute.
San Juan, that's going to be American continent, isn't it?
Or it could be in Spain.
Let me see if I can find something here.
042. I mean, is that a Catalonian flag?
Someone's saying Mexico.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it. I'm gonna go with Argentina.
Are you googling these places? Because that is flagrant cheating.
Wait, is it?
Yeah,
yes.
Absolutely.
Oops.
Okay, so it's definitely not Mexico. I mean Argentina.
Then, definitely don't put Argentina on there.
I mean, oh dear, no.
I accidentally.
Hang on, make sure you're not in the mountains.
It could be an Argentinian bus somewhere else.
Like population-wise, it's probably likely to be there,
well,
right?
It says La Rioja. Is there a city called La Rioja?
Yeah, but I mean, that's just probably a location that it travels to, I guess.
Not too far north,
Yeah,
otherwise
but
you'll
it could
hit
be like on the way
Amazonia.
back to it or something.
Chat, is there anything intelligent going on in the chat? Because
No,
there's nothing
everyone's
going on
still saying
intelligent
Mexico
here.
and Brazil.
That flag, I swear that's like a Catalonian flag.
Layla, we are playing GeoGuessr, which is you get dumped in the middle of nowhere on Google Street View, and you have to guess where you are, not using Google. Tom, looking at you.
Well, you get dumped in the middle of nowhere, much like my first relationship.
What's the sign?
Let's have a look. I've rocketed past it.
It might have just been a mile marker, but...
Well, we're 332 miles or whatever it is from somewhere.
Just guess.
Right, Argentina. Fuck it. Oh my god!
Yeah!
Was.
Not bad.
Nice.
Good job, team. Good job, chat. Yeah, we wouldn't have got that if it wasn't for chat. Oh my god. What is this bollocks?
Just as bad.
Okay, first guesses in the chat. I want to say Australia at first guess.
I have no idea. Africa.
Right, this civilization looks this way.
It's quite flat. Kent!
Yeah.
Kent!
Somebody has never been to the UK.
It's Grizzled Rabbit, see the trees.
Hang on, there's a...
We got a sign.
Oh, it was the road sign.
That's interesting. The sign's on the left-hand side.
Oh. Which means maybe they drive on the left side.
Which would mean it's likely an ex-British colony.
Which
Yeah,
would mean
that's what I'm thinking.
Australia, potentially.
Or any of the African colonies.
Or...
Australia drives on the left, doesn't it? I mean, okay, this road looks pretty... Oh, hang on, there's a... Oh, no. Australia's, like, quite well...
Can we read that
It's
sign?
more developed than...
No, we can't.
Okay, it says sail shut. I don't know if you can read that because of the stream, but it says sail
Oh,
shut.
yeah, I can see the word shut, yeah.
So in English?
Somewhere in English. Well, we kind of already knew that. Oh, hello. Trees, Sally, use your superpowers. Are there any of those eucalyptus trees? Dan is Australian.
Eucalyptus is everywhere.
Wow.
It's really invasive. There's a water thingy. Someone's saying South Africa.
If you think Simon has too many tabs...
I was going to say, I've got loads. In the comments, can someone tell me if South Africa drives on the left or on the right-hand side?
Are there any South Africans in the house?
So, Simon, I will say you and I have the same amount of pin tabs.
Oh, really? Excessively many, you mean?
It looks like you have like 3 for email.
Yeah, 3 for email, and I've got a document up here, which is my video schedule. I've got the chat pinned, and then I've got loads of YouTube things. I've got loads of No Film School, which is this
I see you have Parkour Zombies.
Hey, where's that? Parkour Zombies? Dying Light? Yes. I've also got one of your things up here. I've got the Why You Should Embrace Boredom and Learn to Do Hard Things.
Oh, yeah.
There's lots of podcast episodes I've been meaning to catch
South Africa
up
does
on.
drive on the left, just so you know.
Oh, it could be that then.
Okay, the other thing to bear in mind is this was surveyed, it looks like, a really long time ago. Like, the image quality is quite poor.
Yeah, but it could be the centre of Australia.
Somebody said it's India. Could it be India? Which side?
They do drive on the left.
They
Yeah,
wouldn't have a solely English sign.
True.
Not out
Oh,
here.
that's true.
Mind you, we could only read the bottom half of it. See,
Oh.
this is why you should watch this stream. This is problem solving in action. We don't know if we can solve the problem, is the only thing.
Also, Simon, delayed pun. Fuck the tabs.
Oh, yes, fuck the tabs. Very well done.
Thanks. It only took me like 5 minutes.
When you close lots of them and it says, do you want to close all tabs? And you just think, if only. Sorry, Tom, that's a bit of slang.
This is an Oxford-Cambridge rivalry. Tab is slang for someone at Cambridge.
Which is short for Cantabriensis.
Okay.
Which is the Roman name for Cambridge.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Okay, I don't think we're going to get anywhere by just going...
I'm going to guess Australia.
Tom?
Yeah, me too.
Okay, Australia in the middle of the Great Sandy Desert.
Not 2 in the middle. There's still trees.
Okay, well, on a road. There's a road here.
Anywhere on that road.
A road this size won't be on the map at that magnification.
You can't
Does
repel a
India
road of
not
this
have Street View
magnitude.
at all?
What was
That's
that?
true. This is a small
Someone's
road.
saying that India doesn't have Street View at all. Is that right?
That
Wow.
could be. I know some countries don't have it.
What you know what's really bugging me is I can see I've got 3 Facebook notifications and I'm itching to check that, but I don't want people to see my personal Facebook.
That's why you have a tablet.
Right, let's go there. Make guess.
Yeah.
It's not going to be Australia, is it?
It's going to be South Africa.
Oh my
It
god!
is!
That was Australia. Nice.
Really close to the coast as well.
Oh.
Yeah.
I reckon if maybe we kept going, we might have been able to see that. Alright.
One more?
There's 5 in a round, but this is number 4.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So we've done pretty well,
Keep
actually.
getting, like rural areas.
Right.
I mean, this could be the UK.
We got some
Cattle.
cows.
Yeah.
The fact, how big is our road?
It's not
It's
huge.
sizable. Oh, that's not. That's
Oh, hang on. What's this? Farm Services Eketahuna? Eketahuna Farm Services. If you work for Eketahuna Farm Services, please comment.
It's not Kent.
It's
I'm sorry, people in Kent, but that's not what our road signs look like in the UK.
I like this bridge though. It's a nice bridge.
It's a lovely bridge.
Look at that boulder. That is a nice boulder.
Oh dear.
Okay, that is quite.
That's pampas grass.
Yeah.
We've been pretty close on these so far.
We have done pretty well. That looks quite American, doesn't it?
It does. Yeah.
Like, is this what Iowa looks like, Tom?
No, because Iowa doesn't have all this beautiful hills.
Someone's saying New Zealand. How certain are you, Adrian, about New Zealand?
Oh, Eketahuna. That does sound kind of like Maori influence, doesn't it? What's this? There's a notice board.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how certain are you about New Zealand?
Can you see?
Someone works for Eketahuna.
No, there's no way they do.
That is not an American phone number.
People are saying it's definitely New Zealand.
I think they're right.
I trust the chat. I'm going with New Zealand.
And it's a small enough country that we're going to be probably right. Okay, now the next question is David. David Arnold, you're in the chat. You've been to New Zealand for your dissertation. Is this North or South Island?
They are really certain it's New Zealand.
Over 9,000% sure.
Okay.
What time is it in New Zealand?
Oh look, there's sheep. It's definitely New Zealand.
Or Wales.
Yeah, it's not raining.
Place.
It's not Wales. It's very nice. I want to go here. This looks really nice.
What time is it in New Zealand? Is
it 11 plus?
It'll be like what?
Well,
3 in the morning or something, isn't it?
Right now it would be.
Oh, hang on. Look.
Like 3 a.m. in Japan, I think.
Castle Point. Can we find Castle Point in New Zealand? Now, is it? Oh.
Someone's saying north. Have a look in the north.
Okay.
Castle Point.
We're not googling.
Point makes it sound like it's on the coast.
It could be.
South tip of the North Island.
Right.
Thanks, Adam McVeigh.
Valley Road.
He might have just pulled that out of his ass.
I think he was the one that was saying with confidence.
Let's have a look. Shall we just get? We're going to be pretty close, I reckon, if we guess here.
South tip of the North.
Jesus, take the wheel. We were 60 kilometers away. Oh, there's Castle Point. Wow.
Okay.
MLG right there. And then one more. Oh, for God's sake. Couldn't they put us in a city?
No cities.
I like this.
It's good fun, isn't it?
There's a lorry.
Okay, well,
DFDS Transport.
On the right-hand side.
That doesn't...
Oh, yeah, because I would have said that was British.
I would have said that's British.
Maybe it's in continental Europe.
Truck. The front isn't, at least.
There's no graffiti saying, I wish my girlfriend was as dirty as this, so it's not the UK.
Unfortunately, it's so dirty we can't see like a phone number or anything on it.
It's not Kent.
There's another car.
They're on the wrong side of the road. For
Poland! It's Poland!
There we go.
Yeah.
Right. Poland's a big country. Pruskal? Pruskal.
I don't know.
You sound with your accent. Anything that you say sounds more believable than what I say, because you've got received pronunciation.
Oh, of course. Yours is pretty RP.
Mine's pretty RP, which makes it sound like role playing. But I've got this like West Country twang for sure. Let's say Warsaw's like the.
Do half the people in the chat actually know where Kent is? I imagine a lot of them are American.
Oh!
Don't have a clue.
Wasn't
where
it
Kent is.
That truck was a long way from home.
Oh.
It was in Russia.
Okay.
Russia.
You know,
So,
I think it is kind of dangerous for us to assume that every car is in its home country.
Yeah, true. Especially long haul stuff like that.
Yeah.
That I think we did pretty damn well. 15,000 points. That was actually our worst one. Everything else we were pretty damn close.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we got the country right in every. Oh no, the first one, the last one, we didn't get the country right.
Though looking
Close
at
enough.
it here, our Australia guess was pretty far off in terms of distance.
Yeah, but I mean, good luck trying to. It's Australia. Honest, Dan's not here. Who cares about like the intricacies of what happens on in Australia? Right, GG everyone. 07. That was really good. So we need a new straw poll, don't we?
Or
To the poll.
Oh yeah, because we can't distribute preferences.
Well, the one that was competing with was Would You Rather, I believe, wasn't it?
We could just go down the list.
Should we? I deleted. Oh no, the link should still work.
I've still got it up.
Right, tell you what, I will get up a Would You Rather. Chat, how you doing? I haven't seen you for a while, by the way. Let's just check in. Kent's a lovely place. You're right. Simon, you're such an inspiration. You're also right.
Aww.
Thank you.
Inspiring me to not be like you.
To be honest, I couldn't blame you. Right, let's have a look. I'm gonna try and find a good
Netflix
one.
and Kent. Oh dear. So I do love kind of mass audiences like this because it's especially when I'm on Twitter. When I was traveling around the States, I'd get terribly lonely. I'd just go on Twitter and you get the funniest jokes. You lot are great.
Yeah, I mean the online community is the best thing. Like I love it. Hang on. I just passed up on
my senpai. Which
Right.
one of us is senpai?
Which one of us has lasted after the most? It's probably you, Tom. To be fair,
know.
you have the largest audience.
Probably.
Right, we've got.
Although I argue I may have the most marriage proposals.
I've had
I
like
got a creepily
3.
amorous comment from like an old gentleman yesterday. Does that
Oh
count?
really? Okay, we've got a Would You Rather. This is one that I selected from the first few. If you were starving, this is a group decision.
Oh boy.
If you were
Really?
starving,
Group?
yeah, we're gonna have to agree on something.
Democracy?
Oh, boy.
What?
This is how democracy dies. If you were starving, except it's not, if you were staving, would you rather A, eat your own hand, or B, eat a loved one's eye?
Ooh.
Are they consenting to having you eat the eye?
Do you know what? This is all we've got to go with.
This is tough.
I mean, nutritionally, Sally, give us the facts. What would have more calories?
So nutritionally, a hand being larger would have more calories than an eye, but the trauma of having your hand separated would mean that you have an increase in calorie requirement. And so cannibalism has self-cannibalism has a net negative calories.
It does?
Yeah. Because you're
Alright.
never, in general, when you eat something, each level of the food chain, you lose 90%. For meat, it's more. It's 90% for, no, it is 90%. 99% you lose for vegetable to animal, and animal to animal you lose 90%. So you'll lose a lot of the calories, and there are things like bones which you can't digest, which required calories to make, and you're losing blood, which would put you at risk of infection, particularly if you're already starving. I've been playing Plague a lot as a game like Pandemic. Oh my god, it's so good.
Yeah,
You get to kill everyone in the world.
That was said way too enthusiastically, Sally.
What can I say?
I've had so many disturbing conversations.
Okay,
with
but
you.
are we assuming that like some sadistic person has us locked up and once we do this thing we get to leave and then eat? So like maybe the calories don't matter.
Of course I say it with a smile, Torlak. I say everything with a smile.
You're like a Bond villain. You could legit be
Okay, I take the eye from the loved one, kind of pop it in, hide it in the back of my throat, get let go, bring it back up, see if we can put it back in. Can you put back in an eye?
No, but they're working on bionic eyes. Probably not as much as we're working on bionic hands, though.
I did see
that's true.
a gif of a girl with a bionic hand today. But then, so we have both. So I can be a robot either way.
I don't want to eat a loved one's eye. Can you imagine chowing down your mum's eye?
Well, I can imagine it.
I don't want to imagine it.
I don't want to imagine it though.
If it
I
was
can need to
taken,
crack open another beer.
the actual eating it, I wouldn't worry about. It's the having to get it out of the body that would be worrying. I am reading the comments, don't worry. Human flesh tastes, it's a cross between lamb and beef. It depends on whether they're vegetarian or not.
Oh, is this the reds versus the fast twitch and slow twitch muscle type or something?
No, this is just me pretending that I know what human flesh tastes like, because that's what they're asking.
I actually looked into this one once. Keep talking, Sally. Keep talking.
What? Are there studies on like what's more traumatic, losing an eye or losing a hand? If you lose a hand, you can just get a cool like prosthetic hand. But if you lose an eye, it like permanently makes your face look weird.
But also, these arteries are super blood-filled.
Are we assuming that like they're gonna perfectly surgically remove it?
So this is the thing. So if someone is perfectly surgically removing an eye, the act of eating it is fine. Like, if someone handed me an eye on a plate in this situation, then I would eat it. But if someone handed me my own hand...
Wow, that's...
I don't know.
But bear in mind, you can get a hook hand, but you can't get a hook eye.
Hey,
like you know.
Screw you! I can and I will.
I changed my mind. If it was taken under anaesthetic and there was full medical supplies, I would eat my own hand rather than eat someone else's eye.
Do we want to go with hand?
Hand.
We'll go with the hand.
Right.
Win?
We're going to say
Cuddly
hand.
toy? Yep.
66% of people agreed with us. 34%.
Hey.
300,000 people said they would rather eat their loved one's eye.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, there's not much in it.
Oh wow, this is fantastic. Would you rather? Well, do you say 3 of these? I don't know. Would you rather live in a world where everything is written in Comic Sans?
Can you say it in a world?
Hang on, I need to get my microphone really close.
Right up here.
This is the one thing I hate about not having a low voice, is that I can never do this.
This is where being a bass is an advantage. In a world
Ah, so good.
where everything is written in Comic Sans. Or live in a world where the only music that existed was Call Me Maybe.
Comic Sans, easy.
This summer.
Coming to you this summer.
I do not care about Comic Sans.
Yeah, I'll take the Comic Sans.
I love Comic Sans. I mean, the advert for this video was exclusively in Comic Sans.
I mean, you can read Comic Sans. It works as a font. You can read it. Good.
And I would rather have that than, there be no
Yeah.
Palestrina and only Carly Rae Jepsen.
My girlfriend's a graphic designer and she hates Comic Sans, so I would just get to
You don't want to piss her off.
delightful, annoyed look on her face every day. And she would have the knowledge that I chose this.
Simon, can you
it's
put the
my
link to the
fault.
poll in the description?
I have lost the link, I believe,
Oh.
unless it's
Somebody
still on my
said it.
clipboard. Oh no, it's still on my
Got
clipboard.
it.
It's still on my
Got it.
clipboard.
Somebody said, imagine scientific journals in Comic Sans. I think I've seen a study written in Comic Sans.
No, I don't. Oh.
I
Well,
can
okay.
imagine it's the sort of thing.
live in a
Like
world.
there's a scientific paper on pardon my language. Get me the fuck off your mailing list.
I love that paper.
I should say we never mentioned we have agreed that it's going to be 15 rated. Is that R in America?
R is 17.
Oh, R is 17. Okay, we're rating it 15, so there
I
will be
think-
swearing.
There can be one
Just so you know.
one instance of the F word in a PG-13 movie, and then
Yeah.
if there are 2, it has to be R. And I can't remember which movie takes advantage of that.
Oh, it's The Martian. He's cursing
another one,
in the rover, the Ranger, and he's he's very clearly dropping the F-bomb multiple times, but because you can't hear him because the atmosphere of Mars is so thin. My inspiration for the rating for
know
this
the
was
Martian
like
did it.
Deadpool, basically. Sorry, what was that?
Oh,
Hey,
it's
in
in
the comment.
it's in X-Men First Class. You saw that one?
Who's in the comments?
Dan!
Oh, there's Dan.
Oh, Dan! Oh my
Better than one of
God!
those things. Yeah, I can agree
Oh,
with that.
Dan, I wish you could be here. I'm sorry. The reason that we were late is because Dan, there was just a problem with Dan's connection, and it just dropped. So, yeah, better than a world of wingdings. He is also right.
Dan should
I haven't
just
seen
quickly
The
make a
Martian,
new Gmail
so,
account like right now.
What? Sally hasn't seen a film?
So don't.
What?
He keeps on teasing me because I haven't seen most of this.
It's because I'm surrounded by film posters, Sally. Look, we've got Guardians of the Galaxy,
Haven't
we've
seen
got
that.
Birdman, we've
Haven't
got
seen that.
Gravity, we've got a thing
Haven't
for
seen that.
Martian.
I haven't seen that either.
Oh my God! Right, okay,
I've seen the
81%.
book. I haven't read it yet, but I have
The
bought
book's
it.
great.
I want to read the book before I watch the film.
81% of the
still
people
hear
said that they would rather live in a world written in Comic Sans.
Yeah,
So I think we've
because
won.
they are
there.
right.
Okay, we'll do one more, shall we? I've got to try and pick
You
a good
what,
one.
mate? Yeah, I know. I know I should watch it. I know. Deadpool I haven't seen either. That's on my list.
Yeah, everyone, shame her. Shame in the comments. I want all caps shame to be nothing but, just that in the chat. Okay, some of these are really
Bring
awful.
it on. Just bring it on.
Oh God, there's one here, Sally, that you would hate.
Go for it.
Would you rather marry a person of the opposite sex that can't cook, clean, or work, or marry a person of the same sex that does all the chores and enjoys them?
Well, that's easy.
This is an unfair question.
Let me think. I'd probably have to go, for someone that can't cook, clean, or do anything,
Yeah. but fits traditional gender roles.
Exactly.
I think I'm going gay for this.
Just for convenience. It just make I don't have to do any chores. Like, you know.
I don't want to go to the bathroom.
I'm not gay or anything. There's not. I'm just trying to find a good one. Like, some of these are really bad. No.
Screw gender roles. I agree.
Seriously, some people need better imaginations. Okay.
Hang on.
Whoa. Oh no, she's off on one. No, what have you done, chat?
Seriously said that they would marry the one of the opposite sex? Really?
Well, I mean, I'm straight, so I would marry somebody of the opposite sex. I would not feel. I don't think I could.
But if they were completely inept, could you still fancy them if they were completely inept?
Well, yeah, but just at doing chores and cooking and stuff like that isn't all that defines a person. Like, you know, if they're intellectually interesting and, you know, maybe they can speak lots of languages, or, I don't know, they like the outdoors like you do, then, you know, that's really what you look for. God, Sally.
Nah, I don't know.
I found a half-decent one. I've lost it.
Would you rather have uncontrollable gas at work for the rest of your life, or uncontrollable gas on every first date for the rest of your life?
Well, the first date, surely. But that's just a fraction of your life that's much, much smaller.
Yeah,
It's
first
true.
date.
You just have to like find the person who's willing to be like, okay, that's cool.
What happens if you meet someone for the first time, but it's not on a date? So, like, you meet someone through work.
I don't know.
But also, you could then schedule your date in just a naturally smelly place. I mean, it wouldn't be a great place to have a date, but, you know, you could get away. Or a very windy place where it just gets carried away.
Walk, yeah,
go to a chicken farm for the first date.
A chicken farm?
Yeah, so the group, so I work in a fly lab. Our other group that also studies sex works on chickens. So we hear a lot about massaging chickens that you don't want to know about.
No!
Some of my friends are expert at chicken massaging. Daisy Ridley. Is Daisy Ridley the one, Simon, that you said that you thought I was like?
Yes, your voice is exactly like Rey's from Star Wars.
Okay, cool.
Oh my god,
good.
it is.
I found her voice quite annoying too.
Really? Fuck you!
No, I thought she was technically competent and very good at what she does.
I think she sounds like Keira Knightley. She has the same jaw as Keira Knightley. Her bottom teeth are very prominent.
Well, the
Bruce
Forsyth jaw. Yeah, agreed. Okay, I could go for that.
A chicken massage involves fingers and ejaculate.
No! Oh my god. You're fluffing chickens. You're a foul fluffer.
And corkscrew penises as well. If you say, oh no, that's ducks. Sorry.
Moving on to the next question. Last would you rather?
I read some study the other day.
Oh, don't encourage her, Tom.
Some research, they're like pumping a whale full of LSD and doing the same thing.
Pumping a whale full of LSD and stroking it off. What lab are you? What lab would that take? Who would fund that?
I don't know.
Do you know how expensive that would be to build like an appropriate tank and that much LSD? You could fund like several PhDs for that.
Briefly, someone's mentioned online dating, in which case wind wouldn't be a problem at all.
Good call.
Very good. Very briefly, just because I know that your ego needs a stroke, Simon, where's a good place to send thanks to you? Seems that I'm the only one that's actually reading these chats.
Sorry, because I've got the would you rather thing up. So to send thanks.
Yeah. To like your Twitter or your email on your website. Do you have a website?
I don't have a website yet, although I have been contacted by someone who has offered to build one for me, who's a fan.
Build one for free. It's really easy.
Well, I've already got a WordPress for my film blog, and I spend not enough time on that. I'd send it to my Twitter @SimonOxfizz or my email, which is simonoxfizz@gmail.com.
Lovely information.
Very, very much for the intention.
Everyone knows your email.
There's a good would you rather in the chat. Would you rather be a concert violinist or a famous scientist?
You're almost both, except a clarinetist.
I'm not a concert clarinetist.
You've played a clarinet in concerts, however. Yes,
but there's a big difference. New concert, if you're in Oxford on Wednesday, It's going to be at 8 p.m. We are playing Bartok's Viola Concerto and Mahler's Second Symphony. Yes, a student orchestra is playing Mahler.
I was going to say, wow.
I'm not in that one. We rotate clarinetists.
Anybody who's in the chat who is a choral scholar or a singer, we're doing the Gesualdo responses at the end of the term in Exeter Cathedral, and they are the hardest piece of music I've ever come across in my life. So, yeah, if you're in Exeter, come to that. It's at Exeter Cathedral on the Tenebrae service, which is going to be amazing. Right, okay, sorry, let's stop plugging ourselves.
No, hang on, while we're plugging ourselves, sorry, Tom, someone wants to know your email, Twitter stuff to send stuff to you.
My Twitter is Tom Frankly, and then my email is thomas@collegeinfogeek.com, but I'm really bad at responding to email, so Twitter.
Oh god, I am too.
Twitter's good.
Yeah, Twitter, because it's a short enough message. You can be like, oh, you just dash off a reply. With an email, you're like, oh, that's going to take a little bit of time, and then you just keep putting it off.
I'm really bad. I have received the most lovely emails ever, like properly amazing emails that I just not got around to replying to. And I feel so bad about it because they're lovely and they're just like, oh, one of them was following up from a previous email. She's like, I'm not sure I can do it, I'm applying. And she's like, oh, and I'm following up, I got in, it's amazing. Oh, this is so good, but I just didn't reply. I'm really bad. So yeah, if you do want to email me, don't, but sallysuperfavorite@gmail.com.
If you'd like to get in contact with me, don't. That's the best advice.
I'm changing. I'm trying to transfer from Sally Sulepage to sallylepage@gmail.com.
What does the C stand for?
China.
Apart from what I probably think it does. Sorry?
China.
China?
What do you think the C stands for?
No, that was the word we agreed we couldn't say on this stream.
Oh! No, China is my middle name.
That's interesting.
So, Sally Sulepage.
What's your middle name, Tom? I'm just curious.
Jonathan.
Solid name. Mine's James.
You want to know a funny story?
Go on.
My middle name is supposed to be John, and in fact, my first name was supposed to be John, and my middle name was supposed to be what my first name is, but I've been told that that is slang for something in your country. So.
Johnny.
Oh, Johnny, yeah.
No, John Thomas.
I've not heard that one.
What's John Thomas?
Someone at the hospital told my parents that in the UK, John Thomas is slang for a penis.
Most things in this country are slang for penis, to be honest.
That's kind of what I've been getting that vibe lately.
Yeah.
English is a wonderful language for innuendo, especially if you're in England.
Everything means penis or drunk. If it's a verb, it's drunk. No,
if it's a noun. I was totally gazeboed last night.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right,
Tom,
would you rather?
You're great at Twitter replies. Sorry, I want to say I'm going to be a famous scientist because concert violinist, you've got to keep doing work to get money, whereas a famous scientist, you can just do talks and speeches and make money. Because all I care about is money.
Okay, counterpoint. If I'm a concert violinist, I don't have to spend however many hours it takes to count 18,132 flies.
No, but you got to practice for 5 hours a day at least.
True.
Continually.
Or you can just not do a terrible PhD like Sally's and do something.
Yeah, just don't do mine. I just finished just for the chat. I love how I'm looking over here because that's where my chat is.
Somebody pointed out, it's in Monty Python.
Oh, is it?
So more people would know outside of the UK.
Oh,
so,
what?
Good on you, Paris.
Oh, I don't know that much.
Oh my God, Dan's alive!
Oh my God, he said it.
What?
He's made it. Oh, what happened? Have you been wandering the wilderness?
Man, I have been trying to work my way through this. It's been a hard time. But
did you just make a new Gmail?
Yeah, I think that was it. But yeah.
That's the way to do it.
So to introduce,
you just made a whole Gmail.
Yeah, a whole new thing. So.
So to introduce, Dan is student at Exeter with me.
Yeah, hi Dan, who are you?
He's an undergraduate. You're doing classical studies. It's not classics, it's classical studies. Is that right?
Yeah, it's the kind of cop-out version of classics. Classics in English. So.
And like me, he's a choral scholar in Exeter University Chapel Choir. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter.
You're still undergrad. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I was reading people being nice to me in the comments. What? I love it. That's why I do YouTube, so people can be nice to me.
Yeah, that's fair enough. So Dan, we are playing Would You Rather, and but we'll do one more. I just found a good one. Was with the last one we do. Would you rather? I like how they think that these two things are equivalent. Would you rather be a superhero but be hated by everyone, or have no arms or legs but be loved by everyone?
Sorry, say them again.
So would you rather be a superhero and hated by everyone? Think Hancock, another film you haven't seen.
No.
Or have no arms or
I haven't
legs.
seen it.
Because you haven't seen anything. It's like a decent a priori assumption. So be a superhero and hated by everyone, or have no arms or legs but be loved by everyone.
What's my superpower?
You get to choose, presumably.
If my superpower is that I can transform into the image of other people, then that one.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Then they won't know that it's me that they're hating, and I can transform into the most loved person, and it'd be fine.
Increasingly,
everyone
you're sounding
loves
like a
me.
non-villain.
If everyone loves me, does that mean that like the whole scientific community comes together to build me a ridiculous bionic suit?
Well, I think if you're a superhero, you can choose to have the ability, like Iron Man-esque, to build yourself a superhero suit.
That's true.
No arms or legs, though. There's a lot. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I mean that's a pretty big clincher on the deal, isn't it? I mean, I think I'd rather go with kind of global hate, and then maybe is there a way to kind of get your way back at people? Could you maybe do a good deed?
Yeah, so I was reading John Ronson's So You've Been Publicly Shamed. Apparently there are companies which can improve your public profile. So maybe they could do that on whoever this Hancock person is.
Superman has enlisted the help of this company for Google help.
So just to be the realist here, you know, people can hate you all they want, but if they fear you, then you're fine.
Yeah.
I
So
mean, that
That's true.
did
I'll
pop
just
into
take
my
over the
mind.
world.
If you are Superman levels of power and like a god or a Catan, then you are like just invincible, and who cares if people hate you because they will fear you enough that they will do whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody
All
says
valid
you're a
points.
supervillain if you're hated. Is that true? Are ethics kind of defined on the opinion of the masses?
Is this the Joker? You know, you either die a hero or live long enough to become the villain. Like you know, people hate you in the end. That's a good point. No, superhero, definitely superhero.
Yeah. Superhero.
I'm gonna go with superhero. Yeah.
So I'm gonna get the straw poll up. Should we just work down?
Yasmin.
Okay, so next up is
Revise
Two
it.
Truths, One Lie.
Cool.
Thank you very much, by the way, Dan.
This is going to go up online afterwards, Yasmin, so you could watch it at your leisure in 10-minute breaks, as I'm sure some of Tom's videos would recommend.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, so Two Truths, One Lie is the next round. Sorry, it is like a game show. We should be awarding points here.
Oh, why not? Why don't we have points?
Because points mean prizes. Crackerjack.
No, I said, why don't we have points? I've got pen and paper.
Well, the thing is, we've been doing everything as a team. Like,
yeah,
That's true.
because, God, teamwork. Oh, so
ugh.
overrated.
I mean, Dan
So
doesn't
our,
have
our
the points.
team
for the
has to get a certain amount of points, otherwise, I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, so who wants to go first? In the chat, say who you want to go first for Two Truths, One Lie. And the first
Two truths, one lie.
comment.
Oh, it's so hard thinking of these.
Yeah. Chat, the first one I see, I'll have a look at.
Hi,
That's the person who goes
Horticultural
first.
Channel.
Oh, hey, yes, nice to meet you at YouTube, London.
Oh, you big YouTubers, and then this me.
Dan,
Oh,
right,
people.
they want you to go first. Dan, they want you to go first with your Two Truths,
And
One
then
Lie.
Simon, then...
And Simon 3 more times.
Yeah, I need to come up with mine.
Well, I mean, I might actually, given that I've been here now for maybe, I think it's clocking up at like 2 minutes. Simon, if you want to go first, I'll take a bit of time to think of something, and then be straight on.
Okay.
Damn!
I know, it's so unprepared. It's ridiculous.
Honestly, this is true to form in choir. Honestly,
No, just awful.
you're such a tenor. Right.
Classic tenor.
So, what I'll do then is I'll read out. Sorry, my microphone's covering part of my glorious face. I will read out my 3 statements, and then you are free to question me, and then we will. You guys can decide what is true and what is a lie, and then I will tell you after an appropriate period of time. So, my 3 statements. I feel like I'm in court now. I'm Stephen Avery. What happened? I don't know.
I don't know.
What?
It's another thing you haven't seen, Sally. Don't worry, we're taking you home soon. Right, my 3 statements. When I was a child, a baby to be precise, my mother, to save money, would dress me in girls' clothes. Second statement. When I was in a concert and introducing members of a wind band, I forgot the first clarinetist's name in front of a huge audience packing Merton College Chapel. And third statement. I have a small tattoo of the fleur-de-lis between my shoulder blades. Ask away.
Take your shirt off.
Can I say
No,
straight
no,
away
it's-
that you... I'm going to say straight away you don't have a tattoo.
What makes you say that?
You're too boring for that.
I'm too boring. Well, should I tell you
People
why
don't.
I have it?
What if
Okay.
it's a little
Go on.
temporary tattoo?
I went. So basically, I was in Scouts for 10 years. If you've seen my Draw My Life video, which is on my YouTube channel,
I have.
then you'll know I was in Scouts for 10 years, and I went through Scouts with a bunch of guys. Basically, there were 5 of us, and we did everything together. At the end of our time in Scouts, we went to Kandersteg, which is the international Scout headquarters in Switzerland, and we did like a week there with the rest of the Scout troop. And as part of in the town, in the small town, if you've been there, you'll know there is a small little tattoo place. And the 5 of us decided we were going to get a little fleur-de-lis, which is the Scout symbol, if you don't know it.
I do.
Tattooed between our shoulder blades.
No, you didn't.
You just don't believe that outright.
No, completely not.
What makes you say that?
I think the girls' clothing thing is true.
Yes, because I'm fairly certain you have a sister.
No.
Do you not?
No, I'm an only child. Can you not tell? Most people can tell I'm an only child, apparently.
I'm leaning more towards the girls' clothes just because I want that to be true. I so desperately want that to be true.
I think it's false.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going tattoo is false.
I'm gonna go with tattoo.
Okay, so I was dressed in girls' clothes when I was a child. In fact, I used to be complimented on how pretty a girl I was. And then I did forget someone's name, and I don't have a tattoo.
Get in!
It's difficult to think of a convincing lie, is the only thing.
Yeah.
I
Right,
found the truth harder.
Really? You can't handle the truth, Sally.
No, I can't.
That's a quote from another movie that you haven't seen.
What's that?
Dan, do you want to take that one?
What's the film?
You can't handle the truth.
Oh, well, that's the name of the film.
No, the movie. It's the Jack Nicholson picture. Is it One Flew Over? It's not One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. It's
I haven't seen that.
Chat, help me out. I can't. I've have a complete mind blank. It's a very famous line. I just can't remember the name of the film.
Are you sure it's not One Flew Over the...
No, because he's in the army.
No, that's right.
It's A Few Good Men, isn't it?
That sounds. Yeah, I think it is A Few Good Men.
Wait 30 seconds and the chat will tell
Yeah,
us.
the chat will count. A Few Good Men.
There we go. Thanks.
A Few Good Men, mate. Thank you, Adrian. Dan, do you have your 3 statements?
I do, yes, I do.
Oh, by the way, Dan, can I ask, how are your white Vans?
How my what?
Your white Vans.
My white Vans.
Damn, Daniel!
I know, I'm not following. Am I missed out? Am I being awful?
There's a damn Daniel thing that's going around.
Oh,
that's
of course, yeah. So
super huge.
This is just one of the you'll come to realise this now that we're talking. I'm basically like an old man.
Well, so I kept on seeing damn Daniel everywhere, and then only today did I watch the video to work out why it was going.
No, because
and everyone in the chat, as soon as you came back, was like, "Damn, Daniel!"
Because he was on Ellen recently,
Yes,
I think.
he was.
That's right. Yeah. Okay. Right.
Who is this
Saving
guy?
grace.
I saw he was on Ellen, but I don't know who he
This
is.
guy that wears cool outfits, and one of his friends, I think, Snapchatted all these outfits, and every time he changed outfit, he just goes, "Damn, Daniel!" And he also commented on the white Vans, as in the shoes. And so
see, I'm a Converse guy. See, I've got
I'm wearing
cream
Converse right now.
so, you know.
I'm just wearing socks.
Hang on, actually, I want to show the world these shoes. You know, because it's one part of the YouTube repertoire that you don't get to show off. Like your costume is you don't get to see
That's
the
why YouTube hauls are a thing.
Oh yeah, of course. I'm very proud of these. These are my Batman Riddler Converses.
So I thought it
my
was shaped like a
God.
crocodile then.
They're like a crocodile. I suppose it is a little bit, but I love these
as you were
things.
moving it.
Yeah, these are very old Converses that have literally warmed through to the soul, but I keep wearing them because I think
Good. So Dan, hopefully that's given you enough time.
Yeah.
No, I'm fully ready now. Okay.
Go
So,
on.
first statement of 3. When I was born, I was so tiny that it was quite hard to buy actually like human clothes that would fit me. So the vast majority of stuff that I was actually hand knitted. Number 2, I have 2 knife wounds in my chest. And number 3, my voice didn't break until I was 14 years old. As in, I was singing a soprano until I was 14.
When do boys' voices usually break?
Typically around 11 and 12.
Okay.
Yeah, that is
So
quite.
I really held on.
Now you are a first tenor in our chapel choir, so
This
I
is
can
very
believe
true.
that your voice break. Like, what happened? What's the story of the stab wounds?
I was walking through a particularly rough neighborhood, as you do. I mean, it wasn't exactly a safe place. I say rough. It really probably was fine, considering if you looked at somewhere else, it was worse.
Was this Australia? Was this Oxford?
This was in Australia, Melbourne, and when I say knife wounds, maybe graze may have been playing it up.
I wasn't expecting John.
Yeah. I was shivved, as it were.
Just for the purpose of the chat, it's 2 truths, 1 lie.
There you go. Yeah. So it was I don't even know really what it was. I don't think it was really a knife. It seemed to be something rudimentary, something homemade, which I guess is nice. Something you probably find on Etsy. Someone's trying to sell.
Homemade shiv.
In what situation did your voice first break? Is that a right? I don't know what voice breaking.
Yeah.
How that works.
I don't know. I mean, I guess for most people, it's kind of a transition that you kind of go through a period of. You have like for me, or for anyone, you'd be singing as a soprano, and then you go through a period where you can't really sing at all because you're kind of speaking like you are a whale, and then it tends to settle. For me, I noticed mine in the middle of a performance.
Oh, really? In the middle of singing something?
Yeah.
What was the first one?
You were so small.
That I was so small that all of my clothes were knitted for me, hand knitted.
So I'm gonna say that one's the lie, simply because Simon had a clothing-related one, and it may have planted the idea.
Okay, I like the logic. I like it.
I'm gonna go with the first one because you typically get dressed in doll's clothes if you're that small.
This is pretty good. So you're thinking that's a lie.
I think that's a lie.
I think the middle one's the lie. This is difficult because I definitely think the last one's true. I think the first one is feasible enough to be true.
Okay.
Yeah, second one's the lie, I think.
Okay.
Go on.
Well, I can confirm that you're all wrong. The first one is true.
The first one's true. The other two are false.
The other two are false. Yeah.
Oh right.
I see.
Yeah, 2 false. Oh, you messed up the game, Dan.
Oh no, have I fucked up?
It was 2 truths, 1 lie.
Oh, I think. Oh, well, okay. Well, yeah. Well, there you go.
No
Well,
wonder we
people in the chat were obviously a lot better than us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chat had my back.
Chat, you guys are the real
Digs
MVP
himself
too.
out of that hole.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Right, who wants to get Sally? Do you want to go next?
Okay. After my undergraduate project, I once made a sculpture out of ladybird corpses. Second one, I own a trombone, even though I cannot play it, purely because I fancied the trombonist when I was in secondary school. And the third one is, whilst exploring the inner jungle in Borneo, I met the future King of England.
Was he growing on a tree?
Yeah, just kind of dangling there from a tree.
I was like, I'm terribly sorry, could you just get me down? I'm married to Kate Middleton, you know.
So the third one seems the most outlandish.
Yeah.
So,
but I know you've been to Borneo. I know for a fact that you've been to Borneo for a field trip.
Mm-hmm.
As part of the degree. And I know for a fact that you're malicious like a Bond villain, so the first one seems very plausible.
Yeah.
But I think that one almost seems too plausible.
Hang on, I can't remember what order I said them in. Can someone remind me?
You said Ladybird Corpse, like 300-esque statue made of corpses.
I haven't seen 300.
Of course you haven't! How have you not seen 300?
Are we allowed to ask if any of these contain like a small detail that's been changed? Or is it like against the rules?
But yeah, you need to catch out. Like you said, trumpet to begin with rather than trombone.
Yeah.
Oh, he's on it. He's on it.
You can ask me actual questions, you know.
Why? I mean, do arachnids sleep, Sally?
Arachnids?
Yeah, do they sleep?
I don't know.
I just thought you started asking us questions. I just wanted to know.
Okay. Okay.
It's not
cool.
related.
I imagine to some extent. I think most animals sleep, not necessarily fully. So some animals sleep with half their brain.
I like Onyx, who in the chat has just said she's deceptive. I think.
Yeah.
I like that as well.
I think your trombone's sounding kind of rusty. I don't know if I believe that. So Tom, was that the laugh at the rusty trombone?
Ridiculous. This is, I mean, for people who don't know, who don't see Simon on a well, nearly daily basis for choir,
I turned up to see Simon on a semi.
Oh my god, well, yeah, I mean, that too. Oh god, that image. Get it away! The puns, the horrifically awful puns, 24/7. It is like, yeah, it's like a waking nightmare.
Well, it's also puns interspersed with. I've just started referencing movies now in choir is the other thing.
I think that's because you realise that I'm a bit of a film buff too, and you can kind of get away with it. Because if no one gets it, I will just sit there silently and just look at you.
Yeah.
And judge really hard. Like
the other day, Michael, our chapel director, was saying, just get rid of your spare copies, and I just, for no real reason, I just sort of shouted, "Kill the spare!" Which was mostly for Dan's benefit, because you're also a massive Harry Potter nerd.
Massive, yeah. So, but
anyway,
yeah, I mean,
we were talking about Sally giving a rusty trombone.
Yeah.
I think the ladybirds are too obvious. I think that's the lie.
I'm gonna go with the third one.
What was the third one?
The
Meeting Prince
the
William,
future king of England in the jungles of Borneo.
Yeah, I think I want to go with that too, just because it is so outlandish. I think that you've been crazy to try and throw a curveball in, but yeah.
So, two of you think Prince William, and one of you thinks.
Well, you didn't say Prince William. You said future king of England,
King of England.
which either means Prince William or you have the inside knowledge on a massive coup that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Or it could just mean Prince Charles.
Or it could mean Prince Charles. Yes.
Who is also future king of
He's
England.
also a massive environmentalist, so more likely to be in Borneo.
But we've got two princes, one ladybirds.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I can reveal that the Borneo jungle, I did meet Wills and Kate in the middle of the Borneo jungle. They happened to be visiting our research station when we were based there for an Oxford field trip. And we calculated backwards, Kate was also pregnant at that point.
Oh wow.
Still travelling.
So you met 3 royals?
Yes, well, not really. And the ladybird corpses is not true. Although I planned on doing it. I collected the bodies for it. I planned on doing it. And then at the end, I realised I wouldn't have enough time. But I thought it'd be a great idea because you can just take the elytra, which is the colourful red bit, and then I was going to make a giant ladybird, by giant, like that big, out of the elytra. But no. And I do own a trombone because I once fancied the trombone player in wind band.
Don't look at the trombones, Sally. It only encourages them. Tom, that just leaves you to give us your lie. And 2 truths.
Okay.
Oh, your audio's just gone a bit.
Wait.
Your microphone is sounding very crackly. I think you're getting interference from somewhere, maybe.
Is it better now?
No.
Why would it be doing that?
This is the start of the robot takeover. So
Yeah.
now, here we go.
Yeah, Skynet has now taken over.
Yeah. Full control.
That's a reference to another movie you haven't seen, Sally.
I haven't seen that. What's that film?
It's Terminator. There's 4,
No.
5? How many? Are there 4 or 5?
Is it still bad?
Yes, it is still
4,
bad.
isn't it?
Okay.
Yeah, because it went 1, 2, 3 Salvation. They didn't do a second one with Christian Bale, did they?
No. Have you seen, actually, speaking on, has anyone seen Ex Machina?
Yes! Yes!
Right.
Yes, I have! I have!
It's amazing, right?
I pestered the MCR, our college common room, to put that on for film night for the last 9 months. And finally, it was okay. It wasn't worth the hype.
Oh, for God's sakes. Have you found a movie that you've ever liked? I mean, like...
I really liked Spotlight. I watched that a couple of days ago in the cinema. Really good.
Okay, I still
Have
need
you
to see
seen that, Simon?
I still
No,
need to
you
see that.
haven't seen that,
Well,
Simon.
Fortunately, and there's paid advertisement by the campus college cinema. So the campus cinema, where Spotlight is showing in the Exeter. We have a cinema on campus, and it is showing on the 15th of March. So I'll be seeing that.
It's really good. It's amazing because it's so trying not to be sensationalist, and it's trying so hard to be boring, but it's fascinating.
Okay. Tom, are you sounding a bit better? Do you want us to move on while you fix this? Give us an okay if that's...
Oh.
That sounded better.
Say something?
You're not sounding
Say
anything.
something, I'm giving up.
Communicate in the form of dance.
Oh god, I've got into song already. Has the chat frozen?
No, it's still going.
Oh, okay.
ticking
Just
over.
no one commented for a while.
Yeah,
By a
we're
while,
not
I
interesting
mean
enough.
like a second.
You're going to get lots of indignant comments in like 30 seconds.
How many people are watching?
We can't hear you at the moment, Tom. You're asking if the microphone is working. I think he's just gone.
He's dropped out, yeah.
Shall we just move on to the next round?
What's the next round?
The next round is funny news, which I'm very much looking forward to.
Yeah, and I've actually done work for this, so I'm ready.
Wow.
I've got this, yeah, I know.
What do we have to do? Just have a funny news.
The way that this works, I mean, I've researched 3 stories, and I'm going to let you choose which one you want to hear about, which one you think will be the funniest, and then what we'll do is I'll create a new straw poll so the chat can vote which one they think is the funniest.
Okay.
Tom, can you say something? Because you're not hearing anything, I'm afraid. This stream has been sponsored by Technical Problems. You can pick up your nearest technical problem by starting a PhD. Yeah, it's not been great. Sorry about this, guys. We're very professional and lots of work's gone into this. So, Dan, you've done work. Do you want to go first on this one? Yeah,
sure. Okay, so I'm going to read out the 3 title articles, and then whichever one tickles your fancy the most, we can delve into for more detail. So, the first one we have is Britain's most haunted home placed on the market after owner spots satanic goat.
That's solid.
That's pretty strong, I feel. The next one we have is man sues prison after guards ignore 6-day erection, gets $750,000.
Okay, that's my winner so far.
Yeah, likewise, I think that's pretty strong. And then the other one, just for sheer listings of things they found, Transport for London lost property reveals missing prosthetic leg, Spider-Man doll, and $15,000 pounds cash in various found goods. And they have like lists of all the stuff they found, and it's insane.
I'm going to have to go for the 6-day erection. Okay. That sounds amazing. Also, apparently in the chat, the Horticultural Channel knows the woman selling the haunted house with the goat.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's
wow.
That's weird.
That is weird. Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty shifty article anyway. But there's a artist's impression of what this woman was trying to describe, and it looks more comical than anything else.
It's just like Grasp of the Friendly Ghost.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Right, go for it. Tell us about your 6-day boner.
Okay, alright. A 50-year-old prisoner who suffered permanent injuries to his penis, loss of function, mutilation, continued pain and discomfort, has been awarded $750,000 in damages after officers at Manhattan Detention Complex ignored his complaints of a painful erection that lasted 6 days. He's been serving 39 years.
50,000 isn't a lot of money.
Also,
no,
what
really
use is that if you're in prison?
Yeah, and he originally filed the lawsuit for $10 million. So
they talked him down. It's also like, mate, you know, it's only a 6-day boner.
It wasn't great to begin with.
Yeah.
Wow.
He said if he did say, which I mean, this is kind of a nice point because it makes him kind of sound like quite a nice guy. He said, if I had the choice between the reward and having my manhood restored.
Oh no!
He's turned into a robot. Oh, he's back.
Can you guys hear me at all?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Oh my gosh.
What happened there?
I have no idea.
Well, you're back. That's the important.
Yeah, we're back. That's the main thing.
There
we go.
Yeah. And we're back.
Seamless.
Should we go back to Dan's story?
Dan had a 6-day boner. Is the
but only got 50,000 for it.
Yeah, I know. Bummer, right?
He did not pass go. He did not collect 200.
He's gone from 10 million to 50k.
Yeah. So this guy was, and I think they diagnosed. He was diagnosed with a priapism.
Yeah.
Oh,
Chris Van de Venter, who I know is one of mine, has already got there for you.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, that's our first entry. Sally, should we just work along the bar?
Okay, mine kind of decreased in interest, so I'll work the other way. I ran out of a third option, so there's a house on sale called 69 Cock Lane.
Strong entry.
That's just got the title of the world's rudest house name. Then a zoo in Japan tried to mate 2 hyenas for 4 years unsuccessfully before realizing that they were both male. And
That's actually a common mistake.
Oh.
yes, it is a common mistake because female hyenas have pseudopenises, which are, if anything, larger than male penises.
Gender blindness.
Pardon?
Gender blindness. That's the kind of attitude we need from that.
But
Japanese
I think
zoo.
it's 1 in 10 first-time mother hyenas die because their penis splits in 2 during childbirth, because that is they have to give birth through their penis.
Oh, God.
And
Not
I think it's
okay.
1 in 7 offspring suffocate whilst inside their mother's penis. I give it
That's
to
not
them.
a sentence I ever thought I would
I know.
hear.
I know facts.
And
And-
I don't want to hear it again. Oh my God.
Christ, like, move on, Sally.
And my last one. Also, you may guess that I study animal sex. They showed that male mice prefer videos of fighting and action instead of mouse porn.
I kind of want to hear more about the Japanese zoo. I think of those 3, that's the one that's piqued my interest.
You think? Not them showing mice picture a tiny little screen
All
with
right, go
porn
on.
on it. That's my favourite.
Yeah, but when you say fighting and action, is this, are we talking like mouse
version of
WrestleMania
dog.
or like
Let
human
me read.
wrestling?
I haven't actually finished. It's mice wrestling.
Okay, right. So this is MWWE, mouse.
Basically.
Yeah.
Either they were shown mice mating, or they were shown mice fighting, or they were shown just mice sniffing each other, and they looked at how much time in the theatre. Oh my God, they gave them tiny little cinemas. They call it.
That's
I haven't actually
amazing.
read the full article. They say that they were in a mouse multiplex. And they could travel between the theatres, and
Who's funding this? Out of
and-
curiosity.
it's at Keio University. I don't know where that is.
Right. Okay. So it's a uni funding, right?
Probably,
Yeah.
or government.
That's where your tuition's going, everyone.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
And it's in Animal Cognition, which is a good journal. And yeah, they spent between sniffing and sex, they spent 41% of the time in sex and 34% of the time in the sniffing. And between sex and fighting, they spent 40% of their time in the fighting theatre and only 35% of their time in the sex theatre. And then they injected them with morphine? What? This just gets better. I haven't finished reading this article. So then, once they were injected with morphine, she speed reads, they spend more time watching sex.
Okay, that's your entry. That's some sterling work right
Pretty
there from a lot of
strong,
science. Tom, give us what funny news have you got for us?
Okay, I'm gonna share my screen with you guys.
Your audio's gone again. That sounds really nasty.
Wait, my mic is?
Like
Yeah,
your microphone's gone all crackly.
Yeah, you've turned into a robot again.
Any better?
No.
No, that's about the same.
It definitely sounds like feedback, doesn't it, Simon?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm trying to figure if there's like some power cord crossing over something.
That's fine. Just don't do
Yeah.
anything. Just
Don't
talk
move.
like that.
Whatever you do, don't move.
Breathe right now. I moved my Mac power charger. Okay, we're gonna go with that. All right. So
Okay, this sounds good already.
here we go. I just looked up funny news reports. So this guy in Florida drove up to a Wendy's restaurant and tossed a live alligator into the window.
Oh my God, it's Florida Man.
Florida man strikes again.
It does. Yeah.
And then I liked this one, just lasagna with
The fact that that's all caps makes it so much better. Like, lasagna was everywhere.
Apparently, a trucker made a wrong turn and spilled lasagna all over the road in some small town. So that's pretty great.
That sounds like my dream.
I know exactly. It sounds equally horrifying and incredible.
Just let me bathe in it. Let me die like this.
Yeah.
Lasagna bad. So this one isn't actually funny, but I'm 5 years old apparently.
There is nothing amusing about that headline at all.
Hang on, I haven't seen your screen yet. Can I present this to everyone?
You can just click on it.
There's a lot more happening. Oh my god, we've got a Drost effect going on.
Oh my god.
There's a lot more happening in Uranus than you think. Yeah. I'm actually planning a video almost entirely based on Uranus puns, to be fair. Oh,
Nice. Look at that.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
it's called a Drost effect when that happens.
What happens if it makes a small change?
It's beautiful.
I'm sorry, Hannah. They're both dead.
Who's both dead?
Jake and Jamie.
Yeah, they're dead. We actually
Yeah.
killed them. That's why they're not here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my! So which one are you going to go for? Which is your submission to the funny news poll there, Dan? Oh, not Dan. I mean Tom. Sorry.
Oh, am I supposed to like?
Yeah, pick one, and then we'll put it to a vote.
Yeah.
For what? Which one's like the funniest?
Yeah, which one do you think's the best? Because then we'll put this to a straw poll for everyone watching.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm going for the gator.
Okay, man throws gator into Wendy's, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
As you do.
Wendy's. Right. So I have options for you. My
Why am I
three.
presenting?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I will need to remove that. There you go. Right. So my options for you. I think I'll go in a vague order. Mammoth meat was never served at 1950s New York dinner, says researcher, which is a report in The Guardian.
Sounds legit. Yeah. Go on.
Yep, it's probably right.
Yeah.
Serial offenders, Tony the Tiger begs furries to stop tweeting him porn.
I saw that one.
And just because I find the whole situation hilarious, Donald Trump will become president, says extremely accurate statistician.
I'm all about Tony the Tiger.
Yeah, likewise.
Okay, I like
Tony the Tiger's a winner for me.
Tony,
I remember reading about that one.
I'll read you the opening to this article. If you think your first day was bad, just bear this in mind. Someone woke up, went to their job where they pretend to be Kellogg Frosty's mascot Tony the Tiger on the internet, and had to ask people to stop sending them anthropomorphic animal porn. The clearly heartfelt plea to keep things great came about after an emotional few days for the furry community on Twitter. Of course, as an anthropomorphized cartoon animal, Tony the Tiger is the daddy of all furries, and so there's a fair amount of artwork featuring him. This artwork is not always safe for work. Hang
That's
on.
good that they warned you, just in case you weren't sure.
Yeah, don't scroll any further.
Yeah.
It also seems fair to assume that Kellogg's does not want its brand to be associated with, say, a picture of an extremely muscly Tony, naked, save his neckerchief, masturbating on an exercise bench. So this is really quite extreme. But what I like about this is the fact that in response to Tony pushing back the furry tide, Chester Cheetah, the mascot of Cheetos, basically took up the mantle and started flirting with furries on Twitter. And so they seem to have moved their allegiance
God bless them.
over the cheetahs. So yeah, Tony the Tiger furry porn is the order of the day. So what I will do is I will put that link in. We'll create that poll. I'll put that in the chat now. And the chat, you have. Oh, hang on. Where are we? Chat, you have.
Want to do my lies while they vote?
Yeah, go for it. I'm just so chat. You have 2 minutes to vote on that, and then I will look at the results. So go, Tom.
Okay, in the meantime, I'll give you my truths and lies. All right, number one, I have stood on the edge of a volcano and I stared into the fiery pit of doom below. That was pretty
And
cool.
then you threw the ring in.
Threw the ring in, yeah.
I have seen that
That's
one.
not
Not the
part-
bit where
that's
they
not
throw
part
in
of
the
my
ring, but I've seen the first one.
Number two, I was actually born on a farm, like a dairy farm, and I did not use a computer or play a video game until I was 13 years old. And number three, I practice figure skating for 8 hours a week,
Currently.
currently.
What
Ooh.
brand of figure skates do you use?
Jackson's.
And
What breed of cow?
What breed of cow? Dairy cow? I don't know. I was a kid.
Okay, false.
Yeah, false.
Yeah,
He's been caught out.
He lies.
easy.
Okay, well, Iowa is a very rural state. So,
I don't care if you grow up on a farm. You know everything there is to know about that thing.
Well, when did you move from the farm? Like, if you were born on the farm, when did you leave it?
When I was 13.
Yeah, you
Because
didn't.
my dad had the farm, and then my mom was a writer for the small newspaper.
At 13, you would have been involved in birthings because your hands are smaller.
Because my hands are smaller?
Yeah.
Damn it, you guys.
Oh, we caught him out!
I should have known that Sally would
Good
know everything about
question,
animals.
Dan. Teamwork. Makes
Teamwork,
teamwork.
yeah.
You're never going to hold up under like police investigation, Dan. Don't commit any crime.
No.
And also, as someone having grown up in a rural area, surrounded by families where they do own farms, trust me, you would know everything there is to know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, wow. I like how you gave up. You kind of went for it for a bit, and then were like, you know, it's just not worth it.
No.
Okay. That has been 2 minutes, and the funniest news was Tony the Tiger furry porn, followed by Sally likes drug-addled mouse porn, followed
It's all about animal porn here on Simon Oxford.
Man throws Gator into Wendy's, followed by Dan's 6-day boner.
See,
Thank you,
Dan,
everyone.
yours just needed more animals.
Yeah, I needed more animals. Mine was distinctly lacking animals, yeah.
If the boner was caused by animals, you might have been in with a shot there.
Damn, yeah. I'll contact the writer of that news article and say next time, more mice.
You need more animals.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So it's gone 8:30. I think this is the time we said we sort of run until.
Yeah.
Should we take maybe a few questions from the chat?
Yeah, I think there are a couple of people in chat who are wanting questions asked. So
what
maybe-
ice skating techniques are you currently practicing, Tom? So that was true. What ice skating do you do?
Right now, I don't know if any of you are going to know the names of these things, but so part of the fundamentals are you have to learn how to just confidently skate on each of the 8 edges. There's like 2 per foot, and then you're going forward and backward. And that turns out to be really freaking hard. So I basically show up, and for an hour I drill trying to go backwards, especially on my left leg because I injured it a lot doing other sports in high school. So it's like weaker.
Oh, wow.
I went ice
skating,
like 3 turns, stuff like that.
Because I went ice skating with my girlfriend over Christmas, and it's amazing how quickly you forget it. Like I went a few years ago, and I was literally like starting again.
Yeah,
From
newborn giraffe style of just kind of like, oh god. Yeah.
That's an awesome mental image.
Hannah just says, please say hi to me. Hi, Hannah.
Hi, Hannah.
Hannah also says, please take care of your leg, Tom. So, you know, good advice.
It's kind of like it's part of the athletic rehab process. I do yoga and do a lot of not super heavy squats, and then that. And I think I've just been neglecting it for years, and that's part of the reason it's weak. So my theory is if I very deliberately work on flexibility and strength, it will get better.
When you get to 1 million subscribers, which at your current rate is going to be like this week,
tomorrow,
you're going to have to upload a video of you doing figure skating.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, then I hope it takes me like 3 years to get to 1 million subscribers.
So it's just you falling over on ice. Well, to be fair, if you face plant on ice, that's like internet gold. You know, people will watch that.
It's true.
Yeah.
It is gold. I have not yet face planted. I did fall and hit my head actually though.
Really?
It was not a bad hit, so I'm not sitting in a hospital bed talking to you guys from there right now. But I did get whiplash for a few days.
question: has anyone been shot at?
Yeah. Well, no. Can I just draw attention to the phrasing of that, which is, have any of you even been shot at? Like that's some base level to be considered.
So firstly, I think Maris is from South Africa, if I remember rightly from my Twitter, which I
looks
think
like
has the highest gun crime of anywhere.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
I thought it was like
I'm interested
Nicaragua.
in Tom's answer being American and all that, because basically there are no guns here.
I've shot plenty.
Yeah, I walk out my front door and I get shot at every day, you know.
Yep. I was is Iowa
Never been
Republican?
shot at.
Is Iowa
what?
Republican? Is Iowa a Republican state?
Oh my gosh, I don't know. I know in 2012 we were Democrat, I think. I think we're normally Democrat, but it's like kind of even. It's not like super skewed.
Okay.
And then this year, who knows?
It's not have you even been shot at, it's have you ever been shot at. It's
have you even been shot at? It's like the Mean Girls. No, I've never been shot. Actually, no. I used to do discus when I was in school. I was county level discus thrower.
What are you saying, discos? I was throwing some mean discos, and things got terribly out of hand.
When I was practicing one day, because you throw and then you measure. When I was measuring, a javelin just thudded into the ground next to me. Because there was a guy who just didn't seem to think that was dangerous. So I've been shot at in like the ancient Greek sense of the word.
Have you unloaded a firearm, Simon? I mean, presumably in the
lots. In Scouts, our troop was very tooled. I've done shotguns, variety of pistols, rifles. Not anything automatic, and I've also I'm quite trained in archery.
Okay.
So.
All right, Legolas, calm down, mate.
It's something I love doing. I like doing archery.
So was I. The only stuff I've ever. I went on a school trip to Vietnam for like a month, and we went. There was a shooting range there, and I think I did an AK-47 and a carbine.
Oh yeah.
That was it. And then other than that, it's just like air rifles and archery too. So. Yeah.
It's like, oh, it's an AK-47. Oh no, it's a Glock. Blah, blah, blah. It's like, I don't know. They're all just guns, aren't they? They all hurt if you get shot.
Yeah, they're all horrible things.
I've only done clay pigeon shooting and rifle indoor shooting.
Okay.
Clay pigeon shooting's fun.
Hannah's just asked Dan, what subject and where are you studying? I think we might miss the intro. Do you just want to maybe talk about? So what is your subject actually about? Because you said it's the cop-out version of classics. So what do you actually study?
I study at the University of Exeter with Simon, and my course is classical studies and English literature. So English literature is fairly self-explanatory. For first year, it's mainly kind of giving us a really kind of broad overview from.
Oh no, we've lost him again.
Oh no, he's back. No, he's back.
Oh. Where did I drop?
You froze.
Okay.
Is commonly studied something.
Oh right. Okay. So yeah, basically, I started with like really early English. So like Beowulf was kind of the earliest we started with, and then kind of working our way through up until kind of 18th century literature, and then classics. It's all classical text. So comedies and tragedies from the kind of Greek playwrights. So Euripides. Some Plato, he says as he looks at his books, Achilles,
really
Hesiod,
at the tip of your tongue then.
Yeah, no, it's super interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, it's good. I mean, I'm finding it quite heavy for someone who hasn't done. There's quite a lot of history involved, and I didn't really do that. I did the IB, so I've noticed that there were a lot of A-level questions in chat, which I mean applies to you guys more than it does me. But I didn't study history. So yeah, it's quite heavy, but I mean I can supplement that with choir with Simon, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
And Phil, obviously I follow that quite avidly as a hobby. So yeah.
Yeah. Somebody all the people keep asking me to dance. I am not dancing for you. I have a hatred of ballroom dancing and general rhythmic movement.
However,
Really?
I'm so glad Chance to Chat has actually mentioned dancing, because there was one time that you accompanied. There's a club in Exeter.
I love it. There's a club in Exeter.
Yeah, we're actually kind of spoiled for choice, but on one night after a choir rehearsal, if I'm not mistaken, Simon decided to join us to go to Unit 1 or Arena, as it's nostalgically known as, and he can bust a move or two.
I was criticised by my girlfriend for being too enthusiastic.
Is your dancing, like your jokes, a very much dad sense?
Yeah, he is dad. He does the dad thing of he'll buy a drink at the bar, and then even if there's music playing, he'll dance his way to the dance floor. He won't walk and then start.
Well, of course. Everyone does that. You're gonna do that.
Yeah. No, it's very good.
What I was impressed by, I've got to say, Dan has the best stamina of any dancer I've ever met. Like, you were dancing, I swear, for about 3 or 4 hours straight.
Yeah, I was pretty keen.
It was incredible. It was like an athlete at work.
Yeah. No, I'm keen on the dancing. If should people ever come down to Exeter and they want a dance partner, I'm there straight away. got the stamina for it.
I might be coming to Exeter actually. There's a conference there this year.
Oh really? Yeah, you should come.
Yeah, I might come.
Yeah,
Well, we
we'll
were
give you a full
going to do a
tour.
collab, weren't we? But
Yeah, we were.
we pulled that, we put that to one side for until we both, our PhD schedules clear a little bit.
Yeah. It's not been a great few months. At one point we will, though.
We will. It's going to be a collaboration on how the environment affects evolution and vice versa.
You're making it sound a lot more formal than I'm intending it on being.
Yeah, it's probably going to be garbage. Let's face it.
There's one, not to just be totally selfish, but there's one question that's been asked by Rosina Aktha. Sorry if I've pronounced that totally wrong. Any advice on how to revise for English Lit? I've seen there's been quite a few questions about revision, so I can kind of tailor it to literature, but maybe give like a general sense. Firstly, like, there is no easy way out of it. I learned this kind of at the right time, especially when I was doing my IB. But if you don't put the work in, you're not going to get anything out of it. You cannot cheat the system. You cannot try and put as little effort in to try and get maximum gain out. You literally, if you try your hardest, your mark will be reflected with how much effort you've put in. So don't try and take the easy way, because it never works. As for English Lit, I guess exposure to as many texts as you can. It's more when you get to a uni level. It's very much more based on the kind of scholarly academic side, rather than you kind of giving out creative pieces. Granted, you can take those courses. This term I'm taking a module on poetry and creative writing, which is fantastic. But otherwise, it's just be really well read. If you can do that, you're setting yourself up for a win, because you're just familiar with different styles and different writers, and you've got more to talk about, and you can kind of find connections with other texts that you might otherwise not. So yeah, but just work, basically.
And also follow Tom's YouTube channel, which is like, I stopped doing studying content because I realised that Dan was doing it much better than I ever could. So, if you were going to subscribe to me because of that, go subscribe to Tom instead. Because he's struggling and he desperately needs the subscribers, clearly. That was the laugh of a megalomaniac. Like,
It's so true.
Yeah, you guys got to give me $1 million if you want that figure skating video.
Well,
Please don't subscribe until like 3 years from now.
Yeah. School helps just ask Dan do an Aussie
where
accent.
And what I studied. Wait, what?
So someone's just asked Dan to do an Australian accent, like, but you've kind of been doing one the entire time.
I guess I don't know. Like it goes in between. Yeah, I sit on the borderline. I'm English, but I lived in Australia. I've lived outside of the UK for the most of my life, and I have Australian citizenship, and so that was where I was. Not that it matters.
Americans can't tell the difference either way.
No, exactly. Yeah, people usually ask.
I get so many comments on my videos. Oh, I love girls with Australian accents. It's like, that's great, but what about those with British accents?
Yeah. I mean, what about me? Talk about me.
I want to say I can tell a difference, but then I'm worried that someone's going to prove me wrong. I don't know.
There was actually a really good post on IMGA today about, like, I don't think people seem to realise just how diverse the English, British accents are.
I don't think people seem to realise how much time you spend on IMGA.
I have over 10,000 karma, I'll have you know, and I am...
That doesn't mean anything to me. All I know is that every other link you post is from IMGA.
Yeah, speaking as granddad also means nothing to me, so...
Yeah. Honestly. Well, I procrastinate. You know this, Sally. You're a PhD. You know that we procrastinate a hell of a lot. What about Kent accent? What is it? Carl, stop asking about Kent.
Oh, in jokes from a whole 2 hours ago.
Oh, Christ on a bike. Right, I think we should probably put it to a close there, because I need a pee, and I don't want to have to leave.
I'm so glad you mentioned that.
I've got through a fair bit here.
For the last half an hour.
Okay, right, well, thank you very much, Sally, to Dan for half of it, to Tom for joining me. This has been a lot of fun.
It's been awesome.
I'd love to do these like every month. If you'd like the sound of that, then please do comment. So,
if we do them every month, we should have more, some that are more focused on questions.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because I mean, it's great fun to answer the questions, but I also do like maybe doing half and half, like half games and half other stuff. Yeah. This was great. This was a lot of fun. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us. I hope that if you like the video, remember to subscribe, comment, follow us all on Twitter. That's all in the description. I'll put that. The Twitter's in the description. And I look forward to seeing you next time. And if everyone wants to wave and say bye, then I can say that we're off air and I can go to the loo. So,
Bye.
bye everyone.
See you.
Thank you for joining.
Thanks, guys.